Hello everybody, video here for you today. There is a ranch in northern Utah that's considered to be the epicenter of the strangest and most disturbing phenomena on Earth. Bizarre UFO sightings, animal mutilations, and unusual energies that have proven harmful to humans. The federal government tried and failed for 20 years to find answers, but now a new team of experts has taken over, determined to reveal the secret of Skinwalker Ranch. This is a no-cap recap of The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch, Season 1, Episode 7, called Surveillance. Aired May 19th, 2020. For more Skinwalker Ranch recaps, there's a playlist link in the upper right. Dr. Taylor, Thomas, and other members of the team arrive at Homestead 1 near the command center to continue their investigation of the noises the caretakers are hearing in the dwelling. Previously, they found a section of the basement that was made into a completely sealed off room using concrete walls. After punching a hole into the concrete, they saw nothing inside except animal bones that appeared to be the remains of a cremation. The theory is that the concrete room is acting like a big bass drum and is echoing noises the caretakers are making, as well as any nearby noises from outside. They test that theory by placing a microphone in the middle of the room and having the caretakers close a door which reverberates, as shown on the screen. Stomping on the floor produces an even bigger echo. A wider spectrum suddenly appears that prompts Dr. Taylor to ask if the air conditioning is on, but it ends up being this helicopter that is hovering over the ranch. Through binoculars, multiple team members confirm that it has a camera on the bottom of it. Eric goes into the command center to see if it is a commercial aircraft that would have a transponder on it. There is no transponder signal picked up. Dr. Taylor says the airspace over the ranch may be classified as a region that doesn't require a transponder if you stay below a certain altitude. They conclude that it's possible they are being watched. Ranch owner Brandon Fugel tells of previous owner Robert Bigelow, posted here, private funded study of the ranch mutilations and UAP sightings. Part of the funding would later come from the Pentagon. Extremely little of the data has been shared with the public. It is not a huge leap to think that the government would be interested in the current investigation of Skinwalker Ranch. Later, Dr. Taylor's in his camper when he gets a call to join other members of the team. He runs over to see this dead cow. There's no sign of struggle, no apparent injuries, and there are no tracks around it. Thomas points out they haven't had any animal incidents for 3 years, but in quick succession, the alpacas were attacked and now the dead cow. The caretakers will check on the 41 other cows on the property as well as close gates so that the others can't be near the dead one. The team leaves the area while Caleb treats it like a crime scene. Thomas tells Dr. Taylor that his phone is alternating between vibrate and mute, which also happened in a previous episode. And the good doctor says his tri-field meter is going nuts. In light of that, he returns to Caleb and the cow. Caleb says he was taking photos when his phone too started, quote, doing its own thing. The meter indicates that the phenomena is centralized around the cow. Dr. Taylor likens the level to being inside a microwave. Dr. Scala's spectrum analyzer reveals high spikes. All of the frequencies are excited, meaning that from microwaves to AM and ham radio, everything is on all at once. Dr. Taylor says that he does not know of a way to make that happen. Caretakers Tom and Candace find the other cows clustered in an area they haven't been in before. Candace says it seems like they are afraid of something. Thomas confirms that over the past few months, the furthest west they have been is the eastern field. Where they were found is as far away from the deceased cow as possible. Dr. Taylor says he has seen experiments in which insects detected microwave radiation and moved to a safe spot. The team has a vet come out the same day to see if he can determine the cause of death. The vet notices a little bit of blood coming from one of the nostrils. Thomas tells of documented accounts of the mutilations on the ranch, some of which were completed within 20 minutes of seeing the cow alive. They are not done by predatory animals. They are done with surgical precision. In some cases, the blood is completely drained, and yet no blood on the carcass nor on the surrounding ground. There was one case where the animal's head was severed cleanly from the spinal column. This one does have its blood, and the vet determines that the demise is stress-induced, perhaps by microwave and other frequencies hitting it. He says stress likely lowered the immune system, causing pneumonia from pathogens that already existed inside the cow. Thomas suggests that the rest of the herd could have been leaving the area, but this cow couldn't for some reason, and that would definitely stress her out. That night, Dragon and Eric update ranch owner Brandon Fugel, who says that he will visit the ranch along with an expert in cattle mutilations. That expert is investigative journalist Linda Moulton Howe. She's a consulting producer on the Ancient Alien series on the History Channel and has appeared on numerous other shows that deal with the strange and unusual. She is taken to the cow while Brandon and Eric stay at the command center to look at the video footage pertaining to the cow. Once she examines it, she says that in the classic mutilation cases, there are injuries on the head, which have included perfect removal of an eye. She thinks the reason is because the head is closest to the sky. She says she often sees tracks that suggest the animal running, which would only add to the stress. Linda also comments that the earliest report of an animal mutilation not done by another animal was in Australia in the early 1800s. When Dr. Scala says that it had been 10 years since the last mutilation on the ranch, Linda says that a new cycle may be starting. They take her to see the alpacas that were attacked. Linda asks if they have captured any beams on infrared, and Dr. Scala tells her of the one over the mesa from earlier this season. Linda joins the team in the command center to take a look at the footage Eric found. It shows the cow lifting her head. At the same time, right above her is this UAP. I'll continue retro no-cap recaps of The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch. There's one remaining episode in Season 1, and I'll be doing Seasons 2 through 4 during the summer and early fall. Season 5 is already done and is in my Skinwalker Ranch playlist. I'm also doing retro no-cap recaps of The Curse of Oak Island, Seasons 7 and 8. All of the other episodes from all the other already aired seasons are already done and are in my Oak Island playlist. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment.